Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode. Today we're taking a look at Age of Tanks. Tactics, Assemble, Neutralize, Kaboom, Superior. This is a brand new game coming to the blockchain, and we have a sneak peek at the actual gameplay. I'm going to show the trailer, go through the website and some of the white paper, get a feel for what this project has to offer. It looks really promising. The detail of the tanks looks really good. It's 3D. So I think this is what we're moving into. Now we've got it from 2D images and battles into actual 3D proper gameplay. So yeah, what we're going to do is this is sponsored. We're going to do a mass giveaway, as we always do when we get a sponsorship. We are giving away $300 worth of B&B to 5 people, not 300 each, but $60 each to random people. So all you got to do to get involved with that is go to the comment section down below, post anything that you want, go to the Discord, which is in the description below, go to competition wallets, post your YouTube name and your wallet address, and then you are set up and ready to go in this competition. Okay, let's get into it. So first I'm going to show you the trailer, because this trailer it sets the vibe, it sets the mood for this game, and it's a really good trailer.
Planet Earth Zero, the year 23100. The ozone layer no longer exists. Once sparkling oceans were now vast expanse of sand dunes, exposed to harsh solar storms. The skies rage with turbulent winds, creating sandstorms that blanket the entire globe. The desolation of this Earth can be tracked back to one singular event, the second impact. In the aftermath of the second impact, survivors scattered across the globe, seeking refuge wherever they could. As resources depleted,
trailer, isn't it?
Tensions between cities grew. Humans scraped together old tech and unearthing relics to build robust machineries in a bid to defend or to conquer. A new age has arrived. This is an age without oceans. This is an age without flight. This is an age without the fight for supremacy hinge on having the ultimate armored vehicle. So get ready to assemble, outwit, and triumph. For this is the Age of Tanks.
How good does that trailer look, right? Oh, kaboom. That trailer is awesome. It's one of the best trailers I've seen on the blockchain. So we have exclusive access to the battle mode, which is a demo, so this gives you a feel for what the game is going to have. So let's start off with a 1v1 solo. So you're going to have a selection of tanks that these will be NFTs that you can of course purchase when the sales start to go out, and they will have different stats. So we've got attack, we've got I think health, and we've got percentage of crit rate being 6%. And then we've got 14 being the speed at which it can attack. All tanks have two abilities, both an offensive one and a defensive one. So nicely listed in all these, you can see what they could do, but there's a comprehensive list that they have that tells you every single ability that we can look at in a bit. But this one inflicts damage to the target and restores 40% of its own HP. Now that's pretty good. Little vampire there. Heavy armor, the percentage of damage taken is reduced by 70%. So using these abilities, that's going to add some strategy to the game. It's a turn-based warfare game. It's a little introduction. You click on a tank image you want to unselect, click on selected tank and click unselect. After you've decided on 7 tanks, this is in the 7v7 mode, you start playing and enter the battlefield. Click on each unique tank to view its different attributes and skills equipped as there. Select a combination of tanks to bring you victory on the battlefield. So really working to get a good combination, balanced combination of these offensive and defensive abilities is going to be important. And in this age of armored vehicles, will you dominate or will you get wiped? It's time to find out in the Age of Tanks. So this one with Suck Blood, I think that could probably do quite good versus just 1v1. Let's check it out. We've got the attack inflicts to the target and restores 40% of its own HP. Yeah, so okay, so it is stated there, so you don't have to click on it to see the offensive attack. Right, and then if we click go, we're ready to go. Right, so we're versus this guy who has I think I've seen that. It's like 3 projectiles or something. So this is what we're going to see in the turn-based content. So at the moment, we're not dealing a lot of damage to it. He's just wrecking us. Okay, so now we're using defensive armor. So we restored our HP. Now dealing damage to him. Okay, I think we're winning. We are winning. So 1v1 is going to be very, very simple, isn't it? It's going to be, you know, who's got the better tank. It is going to be matching your abilities with other people's abilities. So my leech just means I can just constantly heal myself, and he can't. So he's, I don't know what that does. It missed. So below the stats, we have all the, you know, speed. We have the crit, 9% critical hit. So he only had a 5%, but had more speed, 30%. So 1v1, it's going to be very simple. Who's got the best tank, really? But then it's going to get a lot more complex when it becomes 7v7, because you're going to want a balanced lot of special attributes. 25% chance to kill the target with one hit. What? That ability is killer. So that you've got to have in the squad, right? Co-fire was what that guy was hitting me with. After the attack, 3 of our tanks also attacked once. So this ability is only good in duo play, in like 7v7, not actually solo play. So that could be cool to have. Launch 3 consecutive attacks, recover 10% of its own HP. After hitting the opponent's tank, our other tanks will only attack the same in any tank until the opponent is destroyed. Okay, and 40% chance to dodge an attack. Co-fire, resist 4 additional attacks, that's pretty good. After receiving damage from the enemy, it will attack the opponent's tank from the source of the damage. After hitting the opponent's tank, our other tanks will only attack the same, so that really focuses people on one tank. Duel, the attack tank can only attack our tank until one is destroyed. So it's really going to be about combining good abilities that attack and do damage, but also defensive ones that help protect your team. But also the kind of like next level is being able to direct tanks to specific things. So like focusing one tank's attention on you with the duel technique, using directive to focus on only being able to attack. To hit any opponent's tank. So the game's going to really... So 7v7 is going to become a lot more complex. It's going to be a combination of using good defensive abilities to keep your tanks alive, then also using skills like Empire Directive to direct people's attack towards one tank that might be, you know, might have superior health, might have an ability that makes it, you know, repair quickly, have the dodge chance so that actually those attacks miss. So there's going to be a lot of strategy to it. Let's go in and check out what this will look like. We need to pick our 7th tank. Let's try to pick something new that we haven't seen. Boom. Deal 2 times attack damage to the enemy. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, because it's all auto turn based, you have to try and have some control over the tanks. Because if you were attacking and it wasn't automated, you would direct everybody's attack to one tank, wouldn't you? Whoa. Okay. They had a good little fight there. So they are basically taking it in turns of who's got the best speed. See, that one had 49, that's why that one went first, then 41 minutes. So round 1, we've lost 1 tank, they've lost 2. We're targeting him this time. I wonder if I had 25% chance to kill straight away, won't it? Right, he's got a holy shield, so that'll protect him from attacks for 5 turns. Miss. We're about to lose our 2nd tank. Still alive. Yeah. Got his attention. Oh yeah, he's got taunt. I think just pulled away from this guy. This guy's dead now. We've got 2 tanks. I mean, they've got 2 tanks left, and we've got only 2 tanks dead. Oh, it's got dodge. So that's that dodge ability, 40% dodge chance. Keeping it doing really well. But for this turn, he doesn't have it. So, bye-bye. And now everybody can just murder this guy. Victory! With 4 or 5 of our tanks still left. We survived. So that is Age of Tanks. And compared to a lot of the battlers that we have at the moment, I think it's definitely like advanced in the fact that it's 3D. I like the fact that it's turn-based and you can't select, and that you have to really use your skills to be able to make sure that you direct attacks onto certain tanks. Because yeah, if you want to keep a tank alive, you need to direct people's attention away from that so it can keep delivering damage. As soon as it's dead, you've got 1 less damage being dealt every turn. So yeah, I really like the look of it. I think I'll be excited to see when the NFT sales go live, and I'll probably get involved in it. So let's take a look at the roadmap on the website so we can get all those details. So we know that it is set in the future, 23,100 years AD, and the world's first self-assembly 3D tanks. So this is going to be really interesting, that you can actually assemble your tanks, which we're going to talk about and see in a minute. So you got to try build the ultimate war machine. So you can scavenge, collect, forge, and assemble 4 parts to build your ultimate war machine. And there's more than 500 parts, each which possess different affinities, skills, classes, and special abilities. Now, it's going to be turn-based strategy, as we've just seen. All tank parts have their own strengths and weaknesses, making each battle different. Mix and assemble to develop the perfect team of tanks with infinite strategic possibilities. There is going to be a player versus environment campaign, in which Brodium is the in-game resource, and that can be found by playing at the PvE campaign. Brodium earned can be used to unlock various rarity mysterious war chests to obtain critical tank parts for assembling war tanks. There is going to be a PvP battle where you can showcase your tanks and skills in the 1v1 or 7v7 arenas to climb the ladders and win war chests. The higher a gamer ranks, the better the rewards out of the war chests, and top gamers will also be rewarded at the end of the season with scarce NFTs and AOT tokens. Then we have guild battles. So you can actually, they're going to build the ability to have guild battles where you can join a guild and fight besides each other to raid all the other guilds, or on Earth Zero to earn special guild rewards. So, you know, let's say you've got a team of 7 tanks, but only one of them is really, really good. You could take that tank with other people who have their best tanks and go into a guild battle. And then we have Champions of the Earth, where you own your own champion for free that can be fully customized, upgraded, and eventually equipped with powerful items that can lead your tanks to victory in the battlefield. There's going to be true ownership of your tanks because it's going to be using blockchain technology, so you can use, own, and trade your tanks anywhere that you like. So you can register for the So you can register today. You just put your email address, your BP wallet, and which country you are for marketing purchases, and register to their site. That means you'll get correspondence from them. And always important to register these sites to get access to things like whitelists. Be an early adopter can often lead to rewards. We've got this showroom which showcases some of the different things you can get, the champions, the tanks, and then the 4 separate parts that you can get. So the tank's going to look, there's a variety of different ones, and you're going to build them yourself using different parts. So you can really customize them to have the best skills that you want that match your squad. So it might be that you're looking for a tank that has that ability to dodge 40% of the time, where that one might come in good. Then we have the tokenomics. Let's look at before we look at the ironclad white paper. AOT token is going to be the native governance token of Age of Tanks to underpin the ecosystem. AOT holders will be able to claim rewards if they stake their token, play and win PvP battles, and achieve seasonal top rankings and participation in key governance votes. So tokenomics, there's going to be a 300 million token supply. Pre-sale price initially isn't listed on there. Initial market cap is 500,000. The total allocation is going to be distributed as follows. So 3% will be available for public sale, 50% game development, 20% gameplay incentives, and 25% initial liquidity and incentive, strategic fund 2, core team 15%, 10% reserve 3 IDO, and 5% marketing. So a lot of distribution, but it looks like there's going to be a lot of distribution into the game development. I think you need that for a game like this, for it to progress and give them the funds to be able to work on it. The roadmap is as follows. So this is the important thing: is we've already got a game demo, which is already, I think that's a very, very good sign at this point. I want to start seeing demos now. If we're not going into full development, demos really have to be there to show us what is it that we're getting into, and is it something that actually you've already got some functional technology behind that's going to make it work, and it's just about blockchain integration. I say just like that's an easy thing. So we're in Q4, of course. Q3, they've met all their targets: battle trailer, cinematic trailer, AOT token, private sale, theme and art creation, website and white paper. Then we're going into Q4, where whitelisting is beginning and marketing. First phase IDO is going to be happening in Q4. Automated market making, partnerships, AOT staking and farming system. Second phase IDO, smart contract audit, CoinGecko listing, gameplay details and optimization, and then we go into game beta testing. So game beta testing is already going to be happening in this quarter, which is really good to see, because a lot of games are putting Q1 as their beta testing, and I think you might miss the boat on a lot of earliest projects with gameplay now are going to, I think they're going to prosper from it in the future. We're going to have an NFT marketplace, NFT foraging system, governance DAO, first NFT release for token staking holders. So that's going to be an important thing, that actually holding your tokens and incentives NFT wise are going to be that you can stake them and get something that potentially a tank that'll help you in the future. So it really rewards people who are holding the token, and that's going to be good for a stable price and potentially rise. Then we go into Q1, and there's so much more planned: land sales, war facilities, building system, public launch, talent system, cross-platform system. Then Q2, guild system, champion system, robot companion system. So it's moving fast. It's got a very rapid roadmap, which hopefully they don't have any stumbling blocks and can work towards that very well. In correspondence with them, by the way, just like in them saying, okay, we're going to try and get this out, that's ready for, they're wanting to get the demo ready for today to be able to put it out. They met that. It's upgraded. They've been able to put it on the website, and I've been able to play it. So things like that are just a good sign that they set a target and they are able to achieve it. They're setting realistic targets for themselves. The team is made up of a ton of people. The DeFi Nation are the developers behind this, and they are heavily liking Matrix. They've named each other off basically different people from Matrix. We've got Jackson Neo, the co-founder. Maestro Sim Morpheus co-founder, Kevin IC the architect, Lucas Liu the Oracle. We have Tank lead game developer, Sean Sung Dozer, who I've been in contact with, Brian Tan the keymaker, Link as Kenneth Ang, and Jesper Tan Seraph. It might look like quite a young team, but the thing is, age isn't a disadvantage in this marketplace, because blockchain technology is very new, and if you've invested your time into studying it and learning it, then you're probably going to have advantage over people who are way older and may have experience in gaming or other technologies, but not necessarily specifically blockchain technology. Another good thing about the team, just personally speaking, is the communication. Like, this is a really nice detailed brief about what they want me to tell you about, and it just makes my job easier and shows that they've really kind of put some thought into it, because they'll be sending this out to other people, and it means that everybody's getting a good understanding of the project. So it is going to be an all-tool battler that you can actually toggle on and off. The network of choice is Binance Smart Chain, and progress updates today is they've obviously got the battle trailer, which we're taking a look at, only available for influencers and whitelisters at the moment. Whitelist phase 1 ended on the 2nd of November, but there is going to be a second whitelisting phase with next tier allocations, and we'll talk about some of those in the Ironclad in a minute. All game functions are fully functional currently, amidst of further optimizing graphics and improving skill effects. Their private whitelisting for token sale is ongoing. Launchpad is soon to be announced. The public token sales are scheduled between mid to end of November, and the NFTs sales will happen after public token sales. Finally, let's take a look at the white paper, or their ironclad paper, which gives details on just some of the more specific details that we don't get from the website. So we've seen the roadmap, game overview, we know the background behind that. It does go into a bit more detail, so you can check that out if you want to. It is going to be play to earn, so it is going to be, tokenomics with AOT and Brodium. So this is the way the flowchart is going to work. So basically, you'd start with a default tank. Campaign in Brodium Arena, you can actually receive Brodium and you can use that to redeem war chests. Those war chests will have tank parts in, and you can use those to forge tanks to form higher rarity parts, and you can sell them on the marketplace, or you can use them to consume AOT, and use them with consuming AOT to assemble tank parts to mint the tank entity, which you can put on the marketplace, buy and sell. And then in AOT Arena 1v1 and 7v7s, there's where there's the possibility to battle to receive the AOT token. The game features, as I mentioned, is going to be about forming 4 parts to make your tank. There are going to be different parts in terms of common, rare, epic, legendary parts, and mystic parts. These are going to be incredibly hard to come by, and it's said that champions who hold mystic parts have a true claim to be the dominance of Earth Zero. So when you're opening those war chests, you are going to get, even if you're just playing for free and you're earning Brodium, you're going to have a chance to potentially pull a mystic part, even if it's 0.01%. If you're playing a game with a default tank and you are able to access the NFTs and you happen to get a mystic part, somebody's going to want that on the marketplace, and you're going to be able to sell that for AOT token. So this is how it will work. The types of war chests are going to vary as well, from common to mystic too. We talked about the extra champion system, NFT marketplace, Brobots companion system. So Brobots were originally some forms of artificial intelligence service bots, waiters, security cleaners, farmers, mundane jobs that people don't want to do. And during the second impact, most of them were destroyed without a power source. In the later stage of development, Brobots are an exciting feature of the game which can be used to play a pivotal role in the battle of Earth Zero. So that's going to be something that will be able to be farmed freely by completing different phases of play to earn and play versus environment campaign. And the champions will be able to bring along those Brobots into battles to showcase their collection. It can also be minted into NFTs and traded in the NFT marketplace. There's going to be the Iron Forge, which is used to develop tanks, Brodium Mine, AOT Refinery, a social system, guild hall, and Concat's Academy, which is a place where you can extend the effects of Brodium beyond just energy. And champions will be able to undergo training to master a process called concatenation. The process sinks the minds of the tanks, allowing them to fight as if they were one man in a suit. So these are going to be probably where you get the extra abilities with your champions. So they do have beyond what it is at the moment, they do have a lot of ambition to explore different things and change the game mechanics up a bit. AOT token, as we talked about, is going to be the main blockchain BSC currency that they're going to have. We looked at tokenomics, we've looked at economics. What I want to look at just finally in a specific bit of detail are these tokenomics. So seed fund price is 0.05 cents, strategic fund 0.07, and the IDO get it at 0.1. So that's important to note. It's going to be 2% of the total sale, of total supply. There's going to be vesting periods on that. So I think with the game, if you're investing in a pre-sale, public sale, get some understanding of what the vesting period is going to be. This means that for the seed fund and strategic fund, they're going to get 5% on token generation events, and then they're going to have to wait till Q2 for quarterly vesting of 15% then. The IDO is going to be different. It's going to actually be earlier unlocking. So the IDO is going to give you 30% on the token generation event, which is a very big portion. 30% in Q4 and 40% in Q1. And there will be a public token sale, which is 10% on token generation event, and then strategic release as per market demand if you get involved on that public token sale. And everything else has a delayed release as well. Game development advisors will get quarterly upon completion of the previous quarter roadmap. So these are going to be dependent on them actually completing the steps that they went. I really think this is a nice way to do it because it rewards them for meeting those targets, really incentivizes them and pushes them to meet those targets so that they can get paid in their token as well. So plenty to look at. The Ironclad, you can look at that in a bit more detail. Everything for this game is in the links down in the description below. Check it out. If you've got any questions about it, let me know down in the description below and I will do my best to answer them. But this is definitely one that I'm going to be keeping an eye on and getting involved in. When the NFT sales come out, I'll notify you, and of course I do information too. Make sure to follow Twitter. That's probably the best way to get that information on, because that's where I post most of that stuff. Okay, well that's all for this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like on the video, hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future content. That's all from me. See you guys soon.